I could buy that, and that would give me an avenue to sell my manure and slurry. It will make digestate, which is just as good as slurry for putting on the fields. For now, that's all good. Let's jump back to our farm again. So I guess as soon as this is done, close to done with May. So June is, don't think anything happens in June. July we will be selling wheat, harvesting the wheat and storing it because we're going to need that. We're also going to make straw. Soybeans, we have 65,000 and they are best price June, so they're next month's sale. What I said I was going to do was jump in here. Open the tops. And yeah, sounds like a good idea, but I think we are slowing things down. No, I don't want to sell 500 litres of wheat. That would be bad. I want those for the chickens. All right, so I'm going to load this up with soybeans and take it down to the train yard. That is not what I meant to do. That is what I meant to do. So, and I also want to check, so you can either sell at the grain point or at Marshall. So and Marshall's a little bit more valuable. The reason I didn't send the eggs off to Marshall was, I think it was the eggs, was because it costs money to rent the train, and obviously you're only making a few hundred or a couple of $1,000 from selling eggs. Got 10,000 left, so that is basically a full truckload. It's not, it's less than a full truckload, but I can take these down to the train yard and we'll ship them out in June when the price improves. But it gives me something to do for the next 10 minutes. Yeah. So we've actually decided to take the car in for a checkup. Check engine light came on back in early summer. And we really... most of the time we don't need two vehicles. We really only need one vehicle. But a couple of times a year we do need two. And so going through summer, this is not the time of the year where we need two vehicles. It typically, if I have to go into the office, then I need to drive in. But Mrs. Osa doesn't have anything pressing going on. She nearly did last time. So, I can take the van to work and she'll stay home all day. Now, I think last time it was a sudden, oh, I need to go into the office. And she was actually due to have a doctor's appointment, but she had a throat infection, so they tend to go, oh, COVID stuff. And so she had to postpone that and, get a new appointment. So it wasn't a problem this time around. But yeah, it's, we can generally arrange our lives around one car. We have done for many years, but there's the odd time of the year where there's an event on all day at church. I have to work, so I drive in the evening. And so we need 2 vehicles for that. But that's in early spring. And obviously when the car went there in summer, it's like, I'm not in any rush to fix it. It will need to get fixed, but I'm not in any rush. So let's just skip it. And so the car's been sat in the garage all summer. And this month we figured, well, we might as well get it done. It doesn't need a service. It doesn't need the tyre changes. It doesn't need anything. All it needs is a check-up. And why is the check engine light on? So we'll be dealing with that. In the meantime, this. Good. And the nice thing about doing this now is it'll be all ready to stage for the train. I can either do that at the beginning of the next stream or whenever July turns up, maybe at the end of this stream. Alrighty, let's empty the soybeans. Let's open those. Oh, do I remember how to switch front to back? I do not. Tip side, you. Okay. So we do you, and we do that, and we empty that one. And we don't get paid for doing this yet. And put that on. Oh, wrong way. Forward. Empty that one. So, 60,000 beans. Ready for a train. You. Oh, I can't do that while it's emptying. Now I can. Okay. Good to know. Drive the truck back to the farm. Oh, looks like the weeding's done. So weeding, fertilising, and selling some eggs. Cheap stuff. So one of the things I could do is buy some baby cows. I could buy 20 baby cows, and that would make it more likely I sell them off I mean, we got the money. I need 500,000 plus to buy either the silage centre, the BGA, or some more fields. Plus, it's summer. I can't. Yeah, we're past planting season now, so it's not like I can plant anything in the ground and harvest it in fall and make money from any land I buy. BGA, I can buy stuff. I could buy the BGA, and then I could actually ship the slurry and manure over there and get that processed and pay for the productions there. And it's not really that far over to the BGA. We'll see how that works. I'll need a tank. Yeah. Say, I've already got a tanker that I can actually transport the slurry in, but I transport the milk in it, so that's probably not a good idea to transport slurry in the milk tanker. That would just be I would lose customers. Oh, and so how's the truck looking? The truck is still kind of okay. I think I want to put the case tractor through the workshop. So you are all done. Full that up. I am right across the road from there. Alrighty. I'm going to put this into the workshop. I'll probably do some maintenance on the weeder as well while it's in there. I don't think it needs it, but it's on the back of the tractor, so we'll just do all of it. Could look at equipment. Unfortunately, yeah, we're kind of at a point where there's no equipment I could use. I mean, the fields need rolled, but I can't roll any of the fields because they got crop in. Buy a mulcher, but I don't need one of those until fall. I could buy a regular plough and then I could do plough contracts, but they pay good on this map, but they are slow. Okay, let's jump out there and run back here. So, tractor needs repair. That's getting expensive. It's getting close to needing a service, but for now we'll just repair that. Its weight could use a repair, which is not very expensive, and I'll just repair that anyway. So 701, that's fine. All right, so tractor is repaired, weeder is repaired. Let's go put those away. I think I need to change that weight. Although that said, what I could do is buy a 200 horsepower tractor and put that weight on the 200 horsepower tractor and put something closer to 700-800 kilos on this one. We're okay for now, I think. Ooh, I did add, what's his name? Black Sheep has released the John Deere 40. Button to drop that. Boop, done. Can't remember what the horsepower ratings of them are. too close, too close, too close. Let's shuffle it over a little. There we go. Much better. Okay, so we've done all of that. Turn that off. Jump out. So yes, I have got medium tractors or small, and possibly mediums, this series. $52,000 horsepower is 174, up to 200. Actually, that's not a bad tractor. This is a two-wheel drive. US. Ooh. Okay. So that looks kind of cool. You can have beacons. Yay. Front 3-point does not have a PTO. Or you can just put weights on it. So weights or just a 3-point. I kind of like the 3-point because I can then just put a weight on it. Forestry adds a frame so the tractor doesn't get quite so squashed. You can put a front loader attacher on it. And you can have a license plate. But that's 61,000 for a 200 horsepower two-wheel drive tractor. Or there's the four-wheel drive version, which is 65,000 for a 203 horsepower four-wheel drive tractor. Again, you can have a 3-point on the front or not. Ooh, there's 6 US configurations. Oh, I see. You can have it with or without. Kind of like the chrome. That's interesting. So option 2 is option 1 with the front. And then option 3 is option 4 with the front things. And option 6, why isn't it 246? Never mind. Beacons, you can have blinky beacons, yeah. Front mounting, 3-point, you got the forestry option, you got the front loader option. But yeah, it's a 200 horsepower tractor that's extremely cheap and made by Black Sheep, which I like his stuff. There's this one, which is a little bit more expensive. Also, you can have 200 horsepower. I think the Puma, yeah, you got the Puma in base game. There's that, which is the Agco Alice version of this one and this one. That's a Giants mod that basically you can get it in yellow, white, or red. Anyway, that's stuff. T7, 224. You could get T7 with the small engine. That's a 300. Or I could get another one of those with a 224 horse engine. So many options. I'm kind of undecided. Or I could get a 6R to go with the 8R. But anyway, let's go put the truck away. So Cameo, welcome. And I think you may have just pulled an IROC. It's 11:30. We did everything, we put everything away, we sold some animals, and why do I only have 386,000? Because I just serviced the Puma, which kind of needed it. The problem is if I get a 200 horsepower Puma, it's then telling the difference between, you know, which one's my 300 horsepower tractor and which one's my 200 horsepower tractor. It's why I tend to vary what I have. I don't mind having a John Deere 8R, 7R, 6R. I know the 6R is a smaller engine than the 8R or the 7R. So that's all a thing. Anyway, I think I am going to sleep the night. We'll check things in the morning, and then I think I will call it here. It's now 11:35. I need to think about lunch. And, oh, that doesn't... So that sounds horrendous. We're going to have damaged crops, aren't we? Oh, that's going to be so much fun. So there's one of those, or one of those wrapper which only wraps small. Oh, man. Hailstorm. Hailstorm is damaging my crop. Quite possibly. Okay. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's, these things happen, and that's about... I don't know, I'm not seeing any damage on this screen yet. Except that line there. I don't know what that is or how to get rid of it. That might be something that gets patched out if I updated the map. But the map says it's risky. Anyway, that's beside the point. There's still a very high value rock picking job. But outside of that, there's not a lot of pricey jobs here, or well-paying jobs here. I think we'll just stand under the shelter and just watch the hailstorm and check the animals. Okay, so animals, that's good. Sheep are okay. They'll eat less food now that we've sold like 60 of them. We sold 40 cows, so their food will go slower. I may buy... And then the chickens, they'll eat through less of that now as well. Let's jump over to the cow barn and take a look-see. So how much do tiny cows cost? I could buy some beef cattle too. Water buffaloes. Water buffaloes, not sure they're really American. Let's buy 20 of those. And we'll buy 20 of those. So that won't produce as much milk. It will produce the slurry and the manure. But we now have some beef cattle, and we have some better milk produced. Good grief, the weather. Going back to the house. Okay, get on the porch. Alrighty, and let's feed the dog too. Sally the dog. There is Sally. Okay, so anyway, hailstorm, nice. I guess we'll see what damage it does next week's stream, and look into selling the soybeans and seeing where we go from there. I think maybe June we'll sell the soybeans and may move very quickly on to July and get to harvesting the wheat. But I think for now we'll call it here. So everybody have a good weekend and a good week. We'll be back next week with more on Alma, Missouri. But for now, I'm out of here. Have fun, everyone.